going on? It's your man Greg Selko, aka Jimmy Cinnamon Throat, and I'm here with the man, the legend, Shepard Fairey, the biggest underground artist that this country's ever seen, or at least I think so. Some people probably don't know as much about the history of Obey and the history of you as an artist and what sort of the whole, your whole philosophy is behind the art.
Sure. Well, my background is I grew up in South Carolina, and I got into skateboarding and punk rock when I was 14 in 1984. Started making a lot of my own homemade t-shirts and stickers just because that's the way everything went down in skateboarding. And later on I drew a lot and figured I'd go to art school because I couldn't make it as a pro skateboarder. And went to the Rhode Island School of Design in Providence, Rhode Island. And while I was there, I was working at a skate shop, and I was still making my own homemade t-shirts and stickers, and wanted to teach a friend how to make a stencil, and saw a picture of Andre the Giant in the newspaper I thought was funny. Told him, hey, here's a good thing to practice on. He said, nah, man, I don't want to do that. That's stupid. And I said, all right, well, I'm making it because this is going to be the new posse. It's going to be the shit. And it was just sort of a joke. And made these stickers and put them at the skate spots, put them in some clubs. And next thing you know, the newspaper is running an article like, what is this sticker campaign about? And it opened my ideas, my mind to the ideas of an image in public sparking a reaction that is something outside of the advertising and the usual signage that you see that raises people's awareness about what's going on around them. And it started very casually with a very silly image, but I decided quickly that I wanted to evolve it into something where I could really sort of exploit the sociological implications of art in public. And I love graffiti, and I love the passion of just going around all the bureaucracy and like taking it straight to the people. And so I tried to figure out a way to evolve what had started as kind of a joke into something that could be taken more seriously as art with sort of a message incorporated at least partially. And it evolved from Andre the Giant to Obey and this sort of counterculture Big Brother is watching you campaign. And that first sticker was made in 1989, and it's like 18 years. It's coming up on 20 years. This has been a very steady progression where I've incorporated it through all my art and really tried to push to get it out there, bombing and everything. So yeah, that's how it started.
What do you think it is that resonated so strongly about Andre the Giant?
Well, I think that the original Andre image struck a really awesome balance between creepy and goofy and sinister and likable, and where it really played on different people's sort of emotions about things like a Rorschach test. If you were prone to be paranoid, then you saw the negative side of it, that it was scary, that it could be a cult or a gang. But if you if you had a sense of humor and you were a little subversive, you were like, it's like this silly wrestling thing that somebody's just putting around. It's like a Dada art prank, awesome, like wrench in the spokes of the system or whatever. I always wanted to have a balance between sort of having fun and communicating ideas and being provocative. And so I think everybody's life is multifaceted. It's like you want to tackle serious issues, but you also want to just be entertained. I feel like there's been a lot of luck and hard work involved in achieving all of it.
Tell us more about Studio One and what that is. I mean, I think people, particularly our audience, is going to know you for your art, for Obey clothing, but they may not know all about the other stuff you do.
A lot of people were asking me if I would do graphics for them, for clothing companies, for music packaging, and I didn't even know how to use the computer. So I learned how to use the computer and wanted to become a graphic designer because that way at least I was making money doing something creative. I won't work with companies I have that I don't like. Like all these companies that I work with, I like. So, I got to do the Walk the Line poster, Johnny Cash biopic, the new Smashing Pumpkins album package. When I wasn't making enough money selling art or clothing, that was really the only way I could survive. And now I've built it into a business where I'm hiring a lot of friends, and it's great. It's kind of a little utopia where we all enjoy working together, and it's a cool place to be.
Cool. Well, let's talk about the clothing. Now, how did it become what it's become?
Well, like I said, I was making T-shirts all the way back, almost from the beginning. In fact, the first week I made the original Andre sticker, I made some hand-cut stenciled t-shirts. And then I'd make a few t-shirts to sell here and there, but it was always a really small-scale thing. Then in 2000, I met the guys that I'm working with now, and after having tried to do it myself, I recognized that I needed to have a good team. You know, we have our own screen printing facility, so we have control over that. Mike Ternosky, Mike T, who's the men's clothing designer, he and I always skated together. I DJ with his brother every week. We're like a family, and he and I have a lot of similar musical influences, background culturally, and we just collaborate on everything.
Despite all the the fame and the success, you're still out there bombing the streets.
Yeah.
And I know you're not allowed in San Diego. I was looking for you when we were at Agenda. They're like, oh, he can't even step foot within 30 miles of San Diego. They'll fucking throw him in the clink. But so tell us, without revealing too much, what are some of the things that you're doing out there that are still in the sort of underground realm, the graffiti realm?
Yeah, I still go out bombing. I went out last weekend in LA. To me, the beauty of street art is its ability to empower the individual, no matter what social status they are. I mean, I started with a $4 an hour skate shop job, and built up to where I have a lot of people that are working with me, and I feel like we've got a little industry in and of itself. But to me, still bombing is so important because it shows that you always have control, no matter how many different hands are sort of in your situation. You can always go out and do your thing without anyone telling you how to do it or where to do it if you go out and do street art. And so it's very liberating, I think.
How often are you getting arrested these days?
Well, I've been arrested 13 times, but that's just gonna happen when you've bombed as much as I've bombed. It's been about 2 years since the last time I got arrested, so
Anytime you need me to bail you out, just give me a call. I'll come down. Tell me more about some of the political projects you're doing and sort of some of the things that you're doing on a more of a raising awareness scale, because I know you do a lot of that stuff as well.
Right. Well, there's a few different things that I'm really concerned with right now. I mean, the war in Iraq is obvious. I've been making anti-war, pro-peace graphics for several years. I was very unpopular after 9/11. But now people are sort of getting hip to where I've been coming from. But also global warming. I just did a poster for the 11th Hour, which is Leonardo DiCaprio's film, so similar to An Inconvenient Truth. I also did charity stuff for the situation in Darfur, the genocide in Darfur. The Arab-run government is basically displacing the native black Africans in Sudan, in the Darfur region. So when I know about stuff and I have the power to communicate and raise awareness, I feel like I can't not do it. It's it's just I don't know. It's just something that I feel is important. It's where Obey Clothing is donating all the money from the Darfur shirt. I do a lot of projects like that. I've done stuff for children's, youth at risk shelters and things like that. But I'm lucky. I'm in a position where I can at this point. What I say to people is, if you're going to buy one of my prints anyway, buy one of the ones that's going to a good cause, and then you can make your little contribution. I'm making a big contribution, donating all the money. All you have to do is buy one print. So. Right
on. Well, I mean, that's awesome because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people have the position, they don't care, and I think that's amazing. So we're going to wrap up this interview, but you guys heard all this from America's number one underground agitator, Shepard Fairey. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks to Karma Loop.
Keep buying Obey. Keep watching this man, and he's going to do more amazing stuff.